Okay. So hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about how my journey has been as an AI engineer after joining a FinTech firm for the last 4 months. So first of all, I would like to like you all to know that what all problems or what all things you should understand when you are going into a fintech firm. The first thing is knowledge base about that firm. So whichever firm you are joining, whether it be JP Morgan, whether it be Morgan Stanley, whether it be KPMG, whether it be Deloitte, you should understand about that firm when it was developed, what its working procedure, to which all departments it all serves. Because it will help you in data understanding. Because in the last 4 months, I have seen whatever data I have got. If I had a better understanding of that department of the firm, so I would have been performed way better. So I have to take more KT sessions for that, which wasted a lot of time for me. Second is you should understand the basic fintech concepts and terms which you will get online. You just type basic fintech concepts. Third is the tools and softwares on which they operate. There are many fintech firms which have their own tools and own software because financial data is quite important or quite handled with security. So you should know which all tools and software the fintech firm is operating. Fourth is you should know about the familiarity of vibe coding agents. Like some fintech firms use Claude, some fintech firm use Copilot, some fintech firm use GPT. So you should know about which vibe coding agent they are using. So that would be useful in your coding purpose as well. Because now in our firm also what we have done is we have integrated a line with our VS code, which is giving us which is saving a lot of amount of time for writing a code. First is you should understand the work pressure of the firm. Talking about the work pressure, it totally depends on how you perform, honestly, but at some extent it also depends on the project. So talking about my firm, it's not up to that extent, at least up to uh, what I have seen. Another is training. So we have gone through two trainings. One is GenAI training, and another is core training. Uh, I just tell you one thing. Whenever these trainings are taking place, please be serious in those trainings, and you should note each and everything, and also do practicals and save them. Better export them to your personal PCs so that it would be helpful to you because once you are deployed on project, people will ask deliverables from you. They will never ask you, why do you not able to solve this issue? तुमको ये क्यों नहीं हुआ, वो क्यों नहीं हुआ? मतलब everyone would be busy in their own work. So I've seen this majorly that no one will come to help you. You will have to be the savior of yourself. Next is I have worked on three projects up till now, and majority of work as an AI engineer. Most of my work was related to LLMs, business understandings, and RAG. And next, I would just want to tell you about that you should know things you should know after joining as AI engineer after joining a fintech firm. First is you should know about Python basics because this is very important, loops, variables and stuff. If you know about data structures, that's an excellent, nice one. But honestly, what all experience I have got, data structures are not widely used, but it's okay to know them because in Indian scenario, data structures are asked in interviews. So it would be a good practice for interviews also. But as an AI, if you want to join as an AI engineer, data structures honestly are not an integral part which you should know about that depth. If you know about various businesses, it's enough. Next, you should know about large language models. Large language models and their prompting style. There are many large language models such as Mistral, there are GPT, Oracle. So you should know about the large language models, their prompting styles. You just type one website, promptingguide.ai, and you should get thorough with that website if you're joining as an AI engineer. So most of your, almost 80 to 90% of your work will run through LLM. So what you have to fix is you have to see how I can use my LLM efficiently. So AI engineer is nothing but you can say a prompting engineer is a fine tuning plus some part of ML. Next is you should understand a little bit of data engineering. So I'm talking about data engineering is when you are using the case of RAG, you have to apply vector DB and you have to use in some cases you have to also use MySQL and that so you need to know that how you connect your data to your model so that your model with an agentic response create a solution. So this is an important thing. So you must know a little bit about the engineering, not up to that extent level as in SQL developer or all. But yeah, basics and all is required. Next is RAG. RAG is very important because however, what you will be doing as an AI engineer, you are using large language models, you will be connecting it with an agentic workflow, you will be uploading your documents, you will be getting a response. So RAG becomes very important, especially in fintech firms where majorly the work is done on accounts and one or two mistakes can ruin all of your work. So RAG is very important. Another is agentic workflows. So there are many agentic workflows which you should know. You should learn about MCP, you should learn about ABCP. You should also learn, you can also build agents with coordinates to do different tasks. So agentic workflow is very important. Another thing you should know is API and types of APIs. When you talk about APIs, you should know majorly about fast API, REST API, and all. So that much is enough. You may get information. However, as a fresher, you will not be given the task of writing an API and all. Mostly your work would be around revolve around experimentation and business understanding. Another is the most important thing which I realized after joining a fintech firm is file structure and virtual environment creation. The file structure and virtual environment creation is very important basically when you're working in a firm. We take it very lightly when we are working for a project in college because we have to just show a prototype to the college members and we get marks. But in a firm, it does not work like this. The code needs to be structured. The code needs to be lined with the GitHub repo which has been provided by your team lead and all. So file structure and virtual environment is very important. Next is knowledge of ML concepts and models. So as an AI engineer, it is expected that you have an knowledge of ML concepts and models. However, I have not used data cleaning and all mostly because that is a part of other projects. My other friends have done that. My job is mostly kind of AI engineer rather than response type. Next is the most important thing is fine tuning and prompt tuning. So fine tuning and prompt tuning is nothing but if you want to do a task with a model, like suppose if you want to classify the sentiment with the help of robota model. So how will you fine tune the robota model with given true level and without given true level? So how will you do it? That is you have to learn. And that is prompt tuning. How which are different types of prompts and how can I utilize my prompts? How can I tweak my prompts so that I can get an optimum response? In prompts also we have various types of prompts. Like we have few short prompting, we have chain of thought prompts, we have React style prompting thing. So you have to go through all of this. This is basically my first video of an AI engineer by joining fintech firm. I promise that you will get more videos about the fintech firms and AI engineering technologies which are going on until now. So this is all for this video. From the next week, you will be getting regular